Greetings, welcome to our Mr. Maths session. Okay, today we'll be dealing with geometry, focusing on triangles. So guys, as you have dealt with triangles, quadrate 7, so qala nje ngokukhumbuza mncinci of what you did, quadrate 7. Now you will remember quadrate 7, you were taught triangles, and you were taught different types of triangles. Namely, you were taught isosceles triangle, equilateral triangle, and right-angled triangles. Those are the triangles ubuke wafundiswa ngazo quadrate 7. Okay, types of triangles. Mistakes is students that will do when dealing with shapes or dealing with triangles. So any of those is to assume. Student, they do assumption when they see a triangle, then they will assume that this is a right angle triangle, or this is an isosceles triangle, or this is a what? An equilateral triangle. Okay, so now up over grade 8, sifuna siqale silungise ezo zinto such that now ungamani uqikelela ukuba this is a certain triangle and this is a certain triangle, but now funeka ube ne-assurance that this triangle is an isosceles triangle, and this triangle is an equilateral triangle, and this triangle is a right-angled triangle. And in order for you to be able to distinguish between these triangles, you need to know the properties. So what are properties? Properties are characteristics of a triangle that you are sure that, okay, you are going to get this and this and this on a certain triangle. Look into those characteristics, properties of triangles. Okay, we will use activity 1 as our first example. Okay, here in activity 1, they are saying, in activity 1, they are saying match. So surely this was supposed to be match, but ngibhale wrong. Sorry, a mistake. This was supposed to be match. I hope you will forgive me for that. Match the name of each type of triangles with its correct description below. So as you can see by drawing here below, we can see that we have names of triangle on this side, on the left hand side. Then on the right hand side, we have what? We have description. Okay. So now you are using your knowledge from grade 7. I will give you 1 minute just to look at this. Then you come up with your solutions. So you will choose a description from column or from the right and match it with a correct name of a triangle on column on the left, on the column on the left. Or else you can just pause the video and try answering this on your own before we get to the corrections. Okay, without wasting any time, let's get back to the cows. Now, okay, guys, upper and left, as you can see, the first triangle is an isosceles triangle. So you need to match now, and the second one is an equilateral triangle, a right-angled triangle. Okay, now you need to match these triangles with the distribution on this side. So we have the first distribution, the distribution A, which states that all sides of a triangle are equal. So now we are speaking of a triangle that is having equal sides. All the sides of this triangle are equal. We normally quadrate 7, you were calling this triangle an equilateral triangle because all sides are equal. I hope it makes sure. So that means that A goes with what? A doesn't go with number 1, but A goes with number 2. Are we together? So A married number 2. This goes with this one. I hope it makes sure. Okay. Then we move on the second distribution. One angle of a triangle is equal to 90. So now, once you have something that is equal to 90, remember, we have it on a right-angled triangle. When you are having a right-angled triangle, you normally call this, or you say this angle is 90. Okay. So we also know that, we also remember that one, that, okay, this is supposed to be a right-angled triangle. Any 90 is a right angle. I hope it's make sure. So now this is a right-angled triangle. So we can go to the name of the triangle and see, do we have a right-angled triangle? Yes, we do. It's number 3. So which means B goes with number 3. So this goes with this one. Okay. Then lastly, we have two sides of a triangle are equal. So I hope you will remember also this one. When two sides of a triangle are equal, this side on and this side are equal. Let's say maybe this side is 2 and this side is 2 and this side is 4 units. So you can see now we call this an isosceles triangle. So which is number 1. So C goes with number 1, or you can just do a line straight from here to here. Okay, then we are done with activity number 1, our first example. We move on to the second. Now, remember, you can pause the video and just check, read the question. The question states here, identify and match the triangle based on the parties, because now we are trying to make sure that you understand the properties of the triangles, not just because you can see that this triangle, it looks like a right angle triangle, but now you need to identify a triangle based on the properties given. You check what you are given, then you conclude based on what you are given. Okay. So I will give you also on this one 1 minute just to go through it. Okay, I believe that we pause the video for 1 minute, then you try the exercise on your own. Now let's go back to the cow. Now we are saying here, identify and match the triangle based on a on properties that are provided, on the properties that you are seeing. Okay, now we have triangle number 1. We have to match the top triangles, the red triangles with the black triangles. I hope it makes sense. Okay, now the first triangle, the triangle that we see, it's having these signs. If you can see, these signs shows that these angles are equal. As you can see now here, we are given here this side, we have 2 lines, 2 lines, we have 2 lines. So that means angle is equal to angle B, in this case, which is equal to angle C. Okay, so now this triangle has to be equal to something. Remember, if angles are all equal, we call that an equilateral triangle. Hope it's make sure. We call it an equilateral triangle because all angles are equal. Okay, so we come to now to the black triangles below between A and B and C. If we do have, remember, on the top ones, you are given angles. But now by the looks of things on the one on the bottom, you can see this is a right angle. You can see an equilateral triangle. We say, what do we know else about equilateral triangle? We also know an equilateral triangle. It's a triangle with all the sides equal. Ne? So now by drawing here, you can see that C is having all the sides equal. This side is equal to this side is equal to this side. These signs, whether it's one line or two lines, shows that these sides are equal. So which means here you can see all sides are equal. So this qualifies this to be also a what? An equilateral triangle. So that means this goes with what? With C. This match with, so one goes with C. I hope it's make sure. Okay, we are done with 1 and C. Now we have 2 more to go. Okay, then we move on to number 2. Now, number 2, what do we see here? We see angles. Only 2 angles. We are given 2 angles that are equal, are the same. We are given 2 angles that are the same. Those are equal angles. And how many angles that are equal? They are 2. Remember, when you are dealing with a triangle, if you are having 3 angles that are equal, you are supposed that will match with a triangle. That means that triangle is also having 3 equal sides. Because in a triangle, you have learned that opposite angles, opposite equal sides are equal. Okay, so now we move to this one, to the black ones. As you can see also on the black one, we have a here with 2 sides. It doesn't matter if it's ijonge ezansi and the other one is ijonge phezulu. Ayinamsebenzi noba imenja noba ibijonge ecaleni enye ijonge right enye ijonge left. But now we are focusing on the properties. We match the properties. So that means this one now is an isosceles triangle. That's how you all know an isosceles triangle. You can know an isosceles triangle based on the angles given. So if you are given a triangle with 2 equal angles, you already know that's an isosceles triangle. I hope it's make sure. So also, if you are given a triangle with 2 equal sides, you also know that isosceles triangle. So if you know those things, you can match these now. So which means the isosceles on number 2 matches with the isosceles on A. I hope it's make sure. Then in some case that 3 will match with B. So what makes, okay, or what properties do we see on 3 and on B? On 3 we are seeing this sign. This is a triangle with this sign, and we know that this sign represents 90 degrees. And if this represents 90 degrees, we call a triangle with this sign a right-angled triangle. Let's make sure we call it a right-angled triangle. Are we together? So also, even if that 90 90. This is a symbol representing 90. But here we can see they have given us 90. They have given us a literal 90, not a symbol representing 90. So whenever the reason this triangle is it's a right angle, also this triangle it's also a right angle without any shadow of doubt. So it's a right angled triangle also, this one. So in other words, this will match with this one. Okay, so this is the first part of our session. This is the first part. Then we will continue with the second part. I hope you are enjoying it.